Hello everyone, Jen here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. This one's a little bit different though. This one, I gave myself a little challenge that I had been seeing in the community again lately. I've seen this go around the community a few times now, and I've never had the courage to try it before, but I tried it. And I personally actually think it turned out really cute. So the challenge was to only use default swatches for everything. Everything. I could only use default swatches, windows, decorations, landscaping, the whole 9 yards. I'm sure you've seen it. If you've seen Sims 4 build videos, you've seen this challenge before. This took me so long. It was so frustrating, sorry, but in a fun way, if that makes sense. It definitely presented me with a challenge to work out, and it took me a really long time because I had this idea in my mind of kind of what I wanted to go for, and I, for some reason, could not let go of that idea and just kind of go where the build took me. I really wanted to work the default swatches into this idea that I had in my mind, right? So the house itself, the structure, the floor plan, it's actually based on the Lavender House from House Flipper 2. The general sort of layout is I kind of, on one hand, you could say I kind of copied it almost exactly, but on the other hand, it's The Sims. It's The Sims 4, and the scale is slightly different and all that kind of stuff, so it's not really an exact copy, but I sort of drew heavy inspiration from it. Anyways, it was fun. It was a fun challenge to take on, and I'm kind of glad I did it. There were a few moments where I'm like, do I really want to finish this build? And yes, now I'm glad I did it because it turned out really, really well in the end. Because it took me so long to work out, this is a little bit longer of a video, and I wasn't sure. I'm not good enough yet at doing real-time build videos that I did not think that I could do this one as a real-time video. I think it could be fun to revisit in the future as a real-time video, but I did this one as a speed build because I knew that it was probably going to take me a while to get through it, and there were going to be mistakes. I made some mistakes. I had to go back and change a couple of things because I later realized that I did not use the default swatches. The landscaping and roofs are like the bane of my gaming existence, let me tell you. I don't hate anything more than I hate doing landscaping and roofs. Roofs I'm not bad at. I just really hate taking the time out to figure them out because sometimes they can take a while. Landscaping I'm terrible at. I'm just straight up terrible at landscaping, especially if I try to do anything other than super simple, super minimalistic, super manicured. I can do that kind of landscaping just fine. Anything other than that is like, nope. So I am just awful at it, and it takes me so long to do it that I actually cut some parts out. I cut some playing around with things out. I cut a bunch of stuff out so that I could not make this video so long. I got it just under 20 minutes, which I think is pretty good. It's not great, but it's pretty good considering how long it took me to build this darn house. That right there, the TV, that was one of them that I made the mistake. I took a break. I came back like the next day or something, and I'd forgotten that I was supposed to be doing only default swatches. So I picked a different swatch for the TV, and then when I moved on from the TV, I'm like, oh wait, I'm doing default only swatches, so I have to go back and fix that. So I did eventually go back and fix it, but then I made the mistake of using a non-default swatch on one of the coffee table decorations. That one took me a little bit longer to realize that I had done that. I do eventually go back and fix it, but it did take me a little bit longer to realize, hey, you didn't use the default swatch. But other than that, I don't think there's anywhere else that I made a mistake. I think I did really, really good at sticking to the challenge, which with challenges like this, it's sometimes hard for me. I do speed builds over multiple days, like an hour here, 15 minutes there, a half hour here, type of thing. And so I tend to forget what I'm doing as I'm going along. And challenges with speed builds get really complicated because I forget the rules as I'm going along. But I managed to do this one just pretty good, just fine, I guess. Just a couple of mistakes, so I'm pretty proud of myself on that one. There was no live stream this week. I woke up Thursday morning with some pretty severe tummy issues, like so severe that initially I thought that I had cooked and fed my family spoiled chicken for supper the night before. I thought I had really bad food poisoning. But no, everybody else was fine. It was just me. So I must have eaten something that just did not agree with me at all. And so Thursday was pretty rough. I didn't end up having a video for Friday because Thursday was pretty rough. But I will be back to live stream on Tuesday, and I think we're going to play some Stardew Valley because, oh, maybe we can't. I don't know. I still don't have my Stardew Valley video up yet. Oh, that video is taking so long to edit. I was not expecting it to take this long to edit, but it is being kind of a pain because I do a lot of fishing. That's my dog, by the way. She's trying to get my attention, but I'm trying to ignore her. But I do a lot of fishing in the second episode, and it's like, what parts do I edit out? What parts do I not edit out? How do I edit this down for time and all that kind of stuff, because it's a really long video. Unedited, it's an hour and 15 minutes, I think. So yeah, it's just taking me forever. I can't live stream on Thursday this week because my daughter is having a small surgical procedure done, and so I just won't be around to be able to live stream, even if she's feeling up to it or anything. I still wouldn't do it, but we generally end up getting stuck at the hospital until closing after surgical procedures, so I don't see us even being back home in time for me to even consider live streaming that day. But yeah, I'm trying. So here's what I'm trying to do, since we need to fill up a little time here. I'm trying to do videos every day. I don't think I can sustain this schedule, though. It takes a lot. But I'm trying to do daily videos. And I'm trying to do 2 Sims videos, one of whatever other game I want to play, then 2 Sims videos, then another game. I think I talked about this in another video somewhere as well, but that's kind of what I'm trying to do. Again, I don't think I can sustain this for very long, maybe a few weeks. And then I'll have to go back to like just Monday through Friday videos, in which case I have no idea how I plan on implementing non-Sims videos. Like House Flipper is fine because it fits very much in with my Sims videos. And I might be honest with you, I have thoughts and feelings about Disney Dreamlight Valley that I've been trying to share in many of the videos that I have sitting and waiting to be edited. And part of the reason why I got behind on that series was these thoughts and feelings. Not about the game itself. The game itself is okay for the most part. It's really cute. It's really fun. I'm not a big fan of Game Loft, and I'm not a fan of what they're doing to Disney Dreamlight Valley. People complain that EA is just, out for cash grabs. I will admit, Journey to Batuu very much felt like a cash grab to me. Let's take these 2 big IPs, mix them together, even though they do not at all belong together in any way, shape, or form, and see how much money we can make off of this. And it just felt wrong in all the worst ways. But, and even with the kits, I don't feel like EA is being... Well, I guess with the kits, I do feel a little on the fence about that. They are kind of cash grabby with that in a way. But Gameloft, like, they're charging you for the game. You have to pay for the game, you have to pay for the expansion pack. Then the expansion pack, it did not come completed. So, obviously they give you the free second part to it, which is fine and everything. But there's in-game content that you then have to basically buy. And if you think $5 for an entire kit of Sims stuff is expensive, you should see, it's $5 for a singular item in Disney Dreamlight Valley. You don't get a whole pack of things, you get one singular item for $5. That is greedy and cash grabby. But that's the kind of company that Gameloft has become in recent years. So those are my thoughts and feelings. I will save those for a live stream or something one of these days to really get into the nitty gritty of it. But anyways, the point is I probably won't. I'll finish out the game and the expansion pack, but Disney Dreamlight Valley won't continue to be a long-term ongoing series on my channel. And I'm still considering moving it to my second channel along with Stardew Valley and just doing uncut versions of Stardew Valley rather than the edited version for the main channel and the uncut for the second channel. And just keeping life simulation and house decorating type games on this channel. But then I have 3 channels running, and I don't know. If I did that, I'd maybe have to close down my Roblox channel because I cannot do 3 channels. It's just not possible. As it is, I barely upload to my Roblox channel anyways, so I don't know. We'll have to see what the future holds, but I do know that my most popular videos are definitely my Sims videos, and I do enjoy The Sims. It's my number 1 favorite game of all time. There's nothing that surpasses The Sims for me. Nothing. no matter how much I love House Flipper or Disney Dreamlight Valley, this is my number one franchise that I will always play. So yeah. Also, I did a video recently talking about some of my thoughts and feelings about Life by You. I do plan on potentially trying that out for the early access in June. We'll see if I end up doing it or not. I I want you to go back and watch that video though before I do the early access, because I talk about a lot of my thoughts and feelings and opinions about that as well, but I have more and I want to share them again when we get closer to early access, which we're almost to May and early access is June 4th. So watch that first video of Life by You and then we can get into it better in future videos. How about that? But yeah, we are almost done with this speed build. This, like I said, this part is, I just very much dislike doing all this landscaping stuff unless it's highly manicured, highly, like, very minimalistic, very modern landscaping. I am so terrible at it that I literally just hate doing it sometimes. This one didn't turn out terrible. I don't like the walkway that I made. I don't think the stone color fits in with the overall vibe I was going for. If I were to change anything, I'd change that stone pathway. But other than that, it actually didn't turn out too bad looking at it, from a more objective standpoint, not in the game. I think that's where videos help me when I'm watching back my speed builds to do the voiceovers. I can look at it from a more objective point of view than when I'm actually in the game doing it. And it doesn't look as bad as it seems like it looks to me. So yeah, I don't enjoy landscaping, but I do enjoy when it turns out well. And then just a little bit of making the house and stuff look like it's actually part of the world and not floating above it type of deal. We've talked about this before. How everything looks like it's floating over a sea of green. So you kind of have to do shading around everything to make it look cohesive. But yeah, there isn't much to say about the build itself. I don't know what style this is, so don't ask. I just went with default swatches and the lavender house from House Flipper 2, and this is what we ended up with. Actually, it turned out really cute. I know I said that twice already, but it actually really turned out cute. I'm pretty proud of this build, so I hope you enjoy it as well. But yeah, there's just a few finishing details, some finishing yard work to do, and that's about it. I had nothing in particular that I was going for here. I just wanted to put some lights up, put some things around the yard, make it look more lived in and used, and that was just sort of the idea. I also hate backyards because I never know what to fill them up with, and I put this house on way too big of a lot, so that made it worse. So it ended up with a very large empty backyard, but it still ended up cute. And there you have it. And taking one last quick look around before we end the video, we have the front yard here. As you can see, let me just go into tab mode real quick. We've got the little front porch here. Cute little front porch. And then the entryway, the hall straight to the back patio. We've got the living room over here. Very adorable. The little kitchen here. It is a very little kitchen. Then down the hall here, we have the equally tiny bedroom. And then we have another little hallway here with a little open closet that is being used as a seed starter and laundry area. Then we have the bathroom. And then we have the backyard and the back patio. Got a little gardening area over there, a little swinging area there, and a place to have outdoor meals. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, do all the things, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.